Let's see Mosley. Mosley periodic law. What is Mosley periodic law? Mosley, what he is proposed. See, before discussing about this periodic law, Mosley has discovered atomic number. Okay, he discovered atomic number. Who's discovered atomic number? Mosley has discovered atomic number by using X-rays. Okay, by using X-rays, he discovered the atomic number. So he made one relation between the frequency of X-rays and atomic number. That is, the frequency of X-rays root nu is equals to A into Z minus B. The root nu is equals to A into Z minus B. He is proposed this relation between the frequency and X-ray. Frequency of X-rays and atomic number. Nu is equals to frequency of X-rays. Okay, Z is equals to atomic number. Come again, we are constants. So now yes, ma. Before they don't know that atomic number means how the atomic numbers are came. He is only arranged that Mosley. Okay, so Mosley has discovered the atomic number. So based on that atom, that nucleus discovered by Rutherford. So the nucleus, they said number of protons and neutrons are present in the nucleus. So that number of protons and neutrons are called atomic number. But for every atom, the atomic number has been given by, for every atom, atomic number has been given by Mosley. Okay, so who's discovered atomic number? Mosley has discovered atomic number. Okay, now how is discovered? By using X-rays. X-ray frequency must just he passed that different types of different frequencies of X-rays passing through the different elements, and based on that he's proposed one formula, that is root nu is equals to A into Z minus B. Now this equation, root nu is equals to AZ minus AB. This seems like y is equal to mx plus c. The slope is negative slope. Sorry, intercept is negative intercept, but slope is positive. What is the slope? A. Now we got a graph like this. That is on a y-axis frequency of X-rays, on z-axis the atomic number, sorry, x-axis atomic number. Then the frequency of X-rays increases, then atomic number also increases. Then we are getting the graph like this. Just you have to connect this. Then it goes to negative intercept. This is the intercept. Means AB is the intercept. Like the slope is equal to A. Slope is equal to A. Okay. So if frequency of X-rays increases, that also increases. Atomic number also increasing. So based on that, what he proposed Mosley periodic law is the physical and chemical properties of the elements. Understood up to this here? The physical and chemical properties of the elements are the periodic functions of their atomic number, because atomic number is individual for every element. But mass, already we know that isobars means their atomic mass is same, but atomic numbers are different. Atomic number is different means its symbol representation of that element is different. A y is equals to mx plus c graph, you don't know. Graphical representation, linear equations, ax plus by is equal to c, like y is equals to, this is let be y is equals to mx plus c, where c is equals to minus ab, means negative intercept. Okay, small a and small b are the constants. Small a and small b are the constants of Mosley. Just for knowing purpose, among the following, which graph is correct representation? The relation between frequency and atomic number. Frequency of acceleration and atomic number, then the graph is being like this. So why this graph is being like this means the relation, this equation is seems to be y is equal to mx plus c. This above root nu is equal to a into z minus b. This equation is seems to be y is equal to mx plus c, where y is equal to root nu and z is equal to x is equal to z atomic number. Then the graph becomes like this. Okay, clear? There is no any specific values for a and b constants. Okay, so generally the equations, linear equations are two types. One is y is equal to mx, means that line is passing through the origin. Y is equal to mx plus c, the line is not passing through the origin. M is slope. In mathematics, these graphs are mostly coming and very important. I think you are learned in 10th or 9th class only. That graphical represent coordination equations. Y is equal to mx and y is equal to mx plus c, where x and y are the coordinate axes. Okay, so this above equation, just we are comparing y is equal to mx plus c, then we are getting the graph is like root nu versus z. The graph on y axis root nu we are taking and z axis atomic number. Okay, the slope is equal to a. Here m place what it is present, a is present. The slope is equal to a, and intercept c is equal to ab. This is the negative. This is negative intercept. Then it goes to negative coordinate. Intercept is equal to ab. Okay. Based on that, what is proposed? Mosley classified that elements based on atomic number. He arranged the elements, the physical and the chemical properties. The physical and chemical properties of the elements. Elements are the periodic, functions. Periodic functions of their atomic number. This is mostly a periodic law. Okay, so this classification is based on atomic number. This classification is based on atomic number. Okay, we know that for every atom or every element has individual atomic numbers. If atomic number Z is equal to 1 means it belongs to helium. Okay, and Z is equal to 2 means, sorry, Z is equal to 1 means it belongs to hydrogen. Z is equal to 2 means it belongs to helium. Z is equal to 3 means it is represented by lithium. Z is equal to 4 means represented beryllium. Z is equal to 5 means boron. Like Z atomic number is individual. So if every element has unique atomic number is present. That's why Mosley has successfully classified the all elements based on their atomic numbers. So he classified the elements into, he arranged the elements into 7 periods and 18 groups. 7 periods and 18 groups. Okay, Mosley has classified the elements. All elements are arranged into how many periods? 7 periods. Period means horizontal rows. And vertical columns are called groups. 18 groups. Like he arranged around 93 elements or something. The remaining elements are arranged by the modern periodic law. Modern periodic law or modern periodic table. Okay. So this is about Mosley's periodic law. Next about modern periodic law and modern periodic table. So now what is the periodic table we are using? We are using modern periodic table we are using. What is modern periodic law? The modern periodic law is nothing but the physical and chemical properties. Physical and chemical properties. Physical and chemical properties of the elements. Are the periodic functions. Periodic functions of the atomic numbers. Periodic functions of the atomic numbers and electronic configurations. Electronic configuration. So in the modern periodic table, additionally what they are included, they are considered their electronic configurations also. So if we are considered the electronic configuration, we can identify very easily their chemical properties. Okay, so based on the atomic number only, we can't identify their chemical properties. So based on the electronic configuration, if electronic configuration also they are considered, according to that we can classify that their chemical properties, similar chemical properties, how they are varying, increasing or decreasing, their physical properties also we can consider. Then based on that, now what is the periodic law we are using? That is modern periodic law we are using. What is the modern periodic law? The physical and chemical properties of the elements. The physical and chemical properties of the elements are the periodic functions of their atomic numbers as well as electronic configurations. So both they are considered. Both they are considered. This is known as modern periodic law. Modern periodic law is nothing but modern periodic table or long form periodic table. It is also called as long form periodic table proposed by Niels Bohr. Okay, let's see. Modern periodic table. Modern periodic table are long form periodic table. It was proposed by Niels Bohr. Proposed by Niels Bohr or Bohr. Okay, it has 7 periods and 18 groups are present. 7 periods and 18 groups are present. So they are arranged the atoms. All atoms they are arranged based on n plus and L values. arranged all elements based on n plus l value. N plus L value, n means principal quantum number, L means azimuthal quantum number. Based on n plus L values, n plus L value is nothing but half bow rule. Is nothing but half bow rule. So this modern periodic table is nothing but is the graphical representation of half bow principle. It is the graphical representation of half bow principle. So modern periodic table is mainly arranged based on the electronic configuration. They are considered atomic numbers as well as electronic configurations. That's why he arranged that all elements based on n plus L values. N plus L value rule where we are discussed, ma'am, in half bow rule we are discussed. So that's why this modern periodic table or long form periodic table is nothing but it is a graphical representation of half bow principle. It is the graphical representation of a half bow principle. It consists of 7 periods and 18 groups are present. So now we will discuss about what are the 7 periods and what are the 18 groups, how they are represented. That we will discuss. Up to this, it is clear for all. Up to here, clear? Anybody have doubt? Let inform to me. Okay. Okay, let's go for next. Yes, students, listen carefully. Now this is very, very important. So imagine yourself. Just you imagine that periodic table. Already periodic table you knows very well in 10th class you are studied. What is the periodic table? How the periodic table is present. But now in PUC level we have to discuss about more. Modern periodic table. Abhay, here I am written very clearly. Modern periodic table is proposed by Bohr only. Moseley periodic table that Moseley at the time he considered the atomic numbers, but he is unable to explain the total elements. He is not classified. Just he is classified around 90 elements or something, 92. Okay, the remaining all elements they are classified by the Niels Bohr based on their n plus L values. That is nothing but half bow rule. That's why the modern periodic law or modern periodic table or long form periodic table proposed by Niels Bohr. Okay, and mostly a periodic table contains 7 periods and 18 groups only. And long form periodic table or modern periodic table is also contains 7 periods and 18 groups only. Now whatever we are using that periodic table, that is long form periodic table or modern periodic table. It contains 7 periods and 18 groups are present. 7 periods and 18 groups are present. Okay. Now let's see. Periods. Periods is nothing but horizontal rows. Horizontal rows. Okay. Group is nothing but vertical columns. Horizontal rows. How many periods are present? 7 periods are present. The 7 periods, in every period, see in first period, they have only 2 electrons are present. Okay, the number of elements present in that every period, and every period if you are observed that every period starts from S block elements are S orbitals, ends with P orbitals, ends with P orbitals. Every period starts with S orbitals and ends with P orbitals. Ends with P orbitals. See here, period number of elements and the orbitals present are subcells present in period. The subcells present in period and the name of the period. Okay, let's see the first period. The first period contains only two elements are present. Because of the first period contains only one S subcell is present. One S subcell. In one S subcell has one orbital is present. In the one orbital maximum how many electrons we can fill? 2 electrons we can fill. 2 electrons are present means its atomic number is 2. Maximum atomic number is how much coming for first period? 2. Hydrogen and helium, 2 elements only present. Because due to the presence of two elements, they contains only one subcell, that is one S subcell present in the first period. So it is called shortest period. Designation of the period or name of the period. The first period is shortest period. It contains only one S orbitals. It has maximum two elements and it contains maximum how many electrons? 2 electrons only present. 2 electrons only present. Like this type of questions already we did in atomic structure. See the second period, they contains 8 elements are present, and because why they having 8 elements are present? Because they have 2s and 2p orbitals are present. So total 2s 1 orbital and 2p 3 orbitals are present. 3 plus 1 4, 4 to the 8. 8 electrons is nothing but 8 elements are present in the second period. Okay, that's it is called short period. Short period. Next, come to the third period. The third period also has 8 elements are present. The third period contains how many elements are present? 8 elements are present. They are contains 3s, 3p orbitals are present. 3s and 3p orbitals are present. And this is also called short period. Okay. Next, fourth period. They has 18 elements are present. 4s, 3d. See, like in the sequence only the electrons are filled in. This is the energy order also. 4s is lower energy than 3d and then 4p. 4s, 3d, 4p means total 18 elements are present. They also contains 18 electrons are present. Maximum electrons present in 4s plus 3d and 4p is equal to 18 electrons. So it is called long period. Long period. And fifth one is also have 18 elements are present. That's why it is 5s, 4d, 4p. 5s, 4d, 5p. Okay, like the orbitals are present. What are the orbitals present in fifth period? 5s, 4d and 5p. They contains total 18 elements are present in the fifth period. So it is also called a long period. Next, sixth. 32 elements are present in sixth period. 32 elements are present in sixth period. So these 32 elements are present in what are the subcells? Subcell atomic orbitals present in sixth period. That is 6s, 4f, 5d, 6p. See, n is equal to 6. This question already we did in atomic structure. Okay, 6s means ns, n minus 2f, n minus 1d, np. If n is equal to 6 means 6s, 4f, 5d and 6p, they contains maximum 32 elements are present or 32 electrons are present. It is called longest period. Longest period. Hey, Suraj, how many electrons are present in D? D can take maximum 10 electrons. F can take maximum 14 electrons. S can take maximum 2 electrons. P can take maximum 6 electrons. According to that, 32 elements are present in 6th period. That's why 6th period is called as longest period. Now come to the point 7th period. Seventh period, if it is completely filled, means 32 elements are present, but still the last elements, their properties are not discovered. That's why the seventh period we are calling as incomplete period. Seventh period we are calling as a incomplete period. Okay, incomplete. But in the seventh period, what are the sub energy levels are present? 7s, 5s, 60, 7s, 5s, 60 and 7p. Like it is present 7s, 5s, 60 and 7p. Here why in 6th and 7th periods F subcells are entering? Because in 6th period and 7th periods, in the 6th period 14 F block elements are present and in 7th period also 14 F block elements are present. In the 6th period 14 F block elements are called lanthanide elements and the 7th period 14 F block elements are called actinide elements. That's why in the 6th period 4f orbitals are present and 7th period 5f orbitals are present. But 7th period still the last elements are properties are discovering. That's why we are considered as incomplete. But the longest period is 6th period. 7th period is incomplete. The shortest period is 1st period. It contains only 2 elements. Understood? Anybody have doubt? Already this graphical representation we are discussed in Aufbau rule only for writing about the energy levels order, energy order of atomic orbitals, increasing energy order of atomic orbital. This already we are discussed in Aufbau principle. Why it is came is based on this period number and number of elements. These elements, how they are considered in a period based on the n plus L value. In every period, the atomic number is increased from one element to another element in successive periods. Atomic number, how it is increased? 1 unit only increased. 1 after 2, 2 after 3, 3 after 4, 5, 6 like. So, name of the longest period is 6th period. See, Afzal not visible. 6th period contains 32. 7th period we are it is incomplete. That's why we are not giving any name. Okay. Ray incomplete only ra. 7th period is incomplete. They won't ask anything. Among the following, which period is incomplete period? Then you write 7th period is the answer. Don't worry about that. Among that, which period is the longest period? 6th period. Long periods 4 and 5. Shortest period first. Short period second. Second and third are short periods. Shortest period is first period. Longest period is 6th. Incomplete period is 7th. Okay. This is about periods. Now come to the groups. So there are 18 groups are present. Groups is nothing but vertical. columns. Vertical columns are called groups. So there are how many groups are present? 18 groups present. These 18 groups they have some notations. The 18 groups these are called main groups. And these 18 main groups also they are denoted by some subgroups. These are also these 18 groups are called main groups. These main groups represented by subgroups. That is in Roman numbers, subgroups. That is 1A, 2A, okay, 1A, 2A up to 7th A, comma, 0 group. Okay, just imagine in your mind 1A, 2A, 3A, 4A, 5A, 6A and 7th A. So these are the subgroup representations. These main groups also we are represented by 1A, 2A, 3A, 4A, 7A and 0 groups. That is one. The next second one is with Roman number B. Roman number B means third B, fourth B, fifth B, sixth, seventh, fifth, sixth, seventh, comma 8B. This 8B group contains again 3 groups are present. It is 3 main groups are present. What are these 3 main groups? Ferrous, cobalt, nickel. Ferrous, ruthenium, osmium, iridium. Cobalt, rhodium. Ferrous, ruthenium, osmium. Cobalt, rhodium, iridium. Nickel, palladium, platinum. Like this is belongs to 8, 9, 10. This is 8th group, 8th group, 9th group and 10th group. These 8, 9, 10th groups denoted as 8B. Next 1B, next 2B. Like here comes. 1B is copper, silver, gold. 2B is zinc, cadmium, mercury. So like they are denoted. Since 3B, 4B, 5th, 6th, 7th B, 8th B and 1B and 2B. These are nothing but D block elements. 1A and 2A is nothing but S block elements. 3A, 4A, 5A up to 7th A and 0A group elements nothing but P block elements. So in third B group only 14 plus 14, 28 elements, F block elements are present. They are placed in the bottom of the periodic table. Placed in the bottom of the periodic table. This is information related to groups. Now let's see. I will give one clear-cut idea about that periodic table. Ferrous, ruthenium, Ru, ferrous, ruthenium and osmium. Let's see our periodic table once. Ferrous, ruthenium, osmium, cobalt, rhodium, iridium, nickel, palladium, platinum, copper, silver, gold, zinc, cadmium, mercury. Okay? Yes, ma. This capital B is represented by nothing but D block elements. This Roman numbers with A is nothing but S and P block elements. Okay, let's see. I'll give you one clear cut idea about that total periodic table. Hydrogen, lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium, and francium. Okay, hydrogen, lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium, and francium. These period numbers. The period numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.